Oh, there we go. Hello, the internet. It's Ghost here. I'm assuming the voiceover is probably recording now, but I'm not really sure. We'll find out. Welcome to Ghost tries to build a very circular structure and proceeds to regret it because apparently I can't project circular structures from my mind into Minecraft properly. But hey ho, we're building a circular structure over this pit of water. I don't really know why. I just kind of went, oh yeah, let's build this. Let's torture ourselves with a giant circle. Why not? So I built this giant diagonal out, realised that is in fact not where I want the centre to be, figured things out using the terracotta so that I knew roughly where everything had to go, and then realised I maybe shouldn't have done it in this shape because I've now got to do mass loads of terraforming that I didn't particularly want to do, but I have to anyways. So I kind of just dug out as far as I could get away with, and then proceeded to do a little bit more digging. Come on, let's wrap up the digging. The thing is, I'd already picked out my block palette. I knew what it was I was building with. We're doing prismarine and some copper. Not that I have copper in the inventory at the minute, that came in later. This is also a build where I end up not texturing it particularly, and it's not going to be finished this episode. This is going to be like 3 episodes worth of building, I'm not totally sure, I just know that I built. And once again, this episode was brought to you by me watching The Wheel of Time on repeat, because I went through a phase where for about 2 weeks it was pretty much all I was watching. And it was mostly season 2 and season 3 on loop. And not always in order. It was an interesting time, I have to say. Okay, so apparently this is where I finally fixed my block palette, and I started by putting in a conduit. And then going in and changing it up a little bit so that the colours and shapes were more fun and entertaining, and then put the spinny thing in the middle. This was also before we had any word about what the next Minecraft drop's going to be. I was just messing around, and then I think a few days after I built this was when the leaks started coming out about it. I'm not really sure, I don't remember the timeline that well. But I'm very excited for the next drop. I didn't talk about that last episode. And I'd filmed it knowing the drop was out. I'm very excited for the Nautilus. We're probably going to be building another aquarium. We're going to improve on last time's aquarium, I believe, assuming I pull it off. At some point, we're also going to try and either improve the zoo that we built or build a better one, and probably end up moving all of the animals from that zoo to the new one. Because, quite frankly, I don't feel like going and getting more wolves spawned in. We'll find out. Though I guess it is technically easier to transport them now, because I don't think leads necessarily break as much. And I could just get a happy ghast and suspend them off the bottom of that. But that would also take forever. I don't really want to do that. We'll come up with something. I'm not going to be building those anytime soon. There isn't somewhere here for me to build them. I also don't know where I'm going to go build after I finish this. I have not got that far yet. I'd marked out places for some things and then proceeded to not get around to building. I really want to build a castle. I found a mountain I was going to build a castle on back when I started the Starlight Express project that we still haven't finished. And so far, I haven't actually started doing any work on it. I haven't even looked at designs for castles that I want to build. I just went, I want to build a castle, and left it at that. So we'll see. Now, here I'm trying to use glass and build it in a kind of circular shape that kind of looks like it's doming outwards. I am very bad at building circles as is, let alone trying to make it move at a slope. So it does look a little strange. I don't think it's the worst I could have done, but it's also not the best I could have done either. Because it's not the most circular looking structure. And we kind of just have to suck it up, because there's no shot I'm going to try and fix that now. It's been built. And I am pretty happy with I think I'm happy with the outcome. I'm not really sure at this point. But I went in and I worked on the path leading up to it, because obviously there's that giant drop underneath. I haven't done any of the terraforming for underneath this, and I still haven't, even though I've done loads of the build. That's a future me kind of problem, which is probably what I said at the time that I was working on this. Most things become future me problems because I can't be bothered to do it, and then forget that I was going to do that. So I tried to put a pattern into the walkway and make it at least look semi-interesting, and I also should have made it 1 block longer. But why on earth would I make my life easier? I could have had the pattern that I wanted, but no, I had to figure things out. I also decided to use the glazed terracotta. I think it's the cyan one, or is that light grey terracotta? I'm not really sure. It's a terracotta, and it has the circular pattern on, and I decided that works. So we put loads of that in, because I don't use that block often enough, and personally I think glazed terracotta is underused. Or at least I underuse it, which is my own fault. But, oh well, that's something I will eventually fix. I kind of get fixated on one particular technique in building and then forget everything else that I've been practicing. And go, oh, it would have been really nice if I did that thing. Oh, I was doing that thing a while ago. I just proceeded to stop doing it. But hey ho, it is what it is. I then proceeded to go around and do more glass. I don't know how much glass I did for this. I didn't even think to look at my statistics or anything. I just built. And then I started trying to do interesting things with the copper, knowing that doing the interesting things with the copper would make my life more difficult when putting in the glass again. But I did it anyways, because I like to make myself suffer with some of my Minecraft builds. That has become the plot of this channel. Picking a build that I really want because I think it will look good, and then realising later on I did not enjoy trying to do that. I will eventually texture this glass. I think I used a bit of words. The words aren't wording. A little bit of light grey and some glow lichen again. But that's not until much later, because I wasn't sitting down and just filming for 3 hours to turn that into one video. I don't have the time for that at the minute, unfortunately. I'm about to have a crazy couple of weeks, and that means you will get bulk done voiceovers probably. Or you also might not get videos. I'd like to once again apologise if videos don't come out, but we are at the end of this video. So that was a bad time to mention that. I hope you have enjoyed me rambling. I will see you all again, hopefully, next Sunday? Next Sunday, the internet. Goodbye.